Be prepared for offensive language. Tonight, housemates get reflective.
All I can say about Courtney is tone it down and be a lady.
To my Amanda, I'm so privileged to have met someone like you who believed in me so much.
We'll all be at it.
I'm full up on love now, I don't need to eat.
And the debate hits a nerve with Jess.
Would you judge a woman who had sex on TV? Oh dear.
It wouldn't be my choice. I would never do it.
I think it's sad that that's what they got to do, quite honestly.
I'll tell you this. When I was on MTV, I did have sex on TV.
Right.
And when I heard what people thought, and especially like my idol, Amanda, the way she felt about it, I was broken.
Today is the second day of the girl power task and the last day for 3 of the housemates.
No way to get people up.
This is Big Brother. This morning, the celebration of women continues with a champagne breakfast in the kitchen. You are all invited to this event, which will honour the women and men of the Big Brother house.
Big Brother, if you think that pop music and alcohol is any way to start the day, you're nuts.
And a final week wouldn't be a final week without a love-in over breakfast.
Wayne. Let me begin by saying that I think I speak on behalf of everyone when I say that this house would have been a completely different experience without your tappy feet, your energy, your enthusiasm, your positivity. You are a truly beautiful soul with a very big heart. I think you are a wonderful, wonderful human being.
Thank you very much.
To Wayne.
To Wayne.
My Hugh Hefner.
Ashley, though it's early in the morning, my words flow very easily to give you praise. You have a very sensitive heart. Your stories are second to none. They're very long, but I think that you could run for Prime Minister. Lots of love, Wayne.
Thank you, Wayne.
To Ashley.
Ashley.
I think that you're an incredible man. Your wife and your children, they're lucky to have you.
Thank you.
You stand for a lot of things, not just your own, but also the women in your life. And you do believe that all of us deserve to have the best that is for us. And for that, cheers to you.
Cheers.
My toast to you begins from your very foundation in life, your family, and more specifically, your mama, who raised what I see to be a beautiful, powerful, strong lady. I know you don't need a man to be you. You're very much, you know who you are, and solidly you will continue that in life. But when you do get a man, I hope he blesses you with the most glorious family of your own.
Malika.
Don't try too hard.
It's not easy to toast Anne because she is such a formidable character with such strength, and I know that she doesn't like slushing.
No,
and
no slush.
I think that she is a fearless woman. I do think that for so many women out there and so many young people, you are a great example of someone who is good at what they do and who does it and who gets ahead. To Anne.
To Anne.
Wow.
I'd like to toast Shane J because he's kind, he's fun, he made me up, and I actually didn't wash it off, so it must have been okay. And he borrows my mending kit and doesn't return it.
Yes.
And yet, all I can say about Courtney is tidy up, tone it down, and be a lady. But I do so vastly prefer him as just nice, kind, fun Shane J. So, Shane J.
When I wake up, will you tell me what I said? Jess, everybody loves you. You have a very, very special quality. And I, for one, would say you brought us all great joy. Enormous sponge-like ability to learn and ask questions, even if they're not the right ones sometimes, but never mind. Hold on to that little magic quality you've got. Don't let anybody influence and spoil it in any way. I know these two say prayers are the thing, but I would say that for you, that you have a very safe journey forward. I love you.
Thank you very much.
To Jess.
Yes.
To my Amanda, you have been everything I want to be when I'm your age. You've lived the life I've dreamed of living. You help people from your heart. You took me in straight away and you made me feel safe from anything. And you are my absolute idol. And I'm so privileged to have met someone like you who believed in me so much. And I think you're amazing. To Amanda.
Amanda.
Yes.
We'll all be at it.
I'm full up on love now. I don't need to eat.
Coming up, Jess breaks down.
I was just a bit, by the people's comments, I was a bit like, oh, is that what people will think of me?
Malika wants the lowdown on Wayne's relationship with his husband.
Where did you and Jose meet?
I had an apartment in the south of Spain. I bought it off, Sean Connery. I was over there in October, and somebody said to me one evening, would you like to go to a bohemian bar? Well, I thought there isn't anything bohemian about this place. You know, it was just a little town. You know, they said, oh, but there's a nice place up here. And I thought, oh, well, let's have a look. Anyway, there I am in the bar, and I'm drunk, and I'm throwing darts under my legs when I could, you know, lift them and through my legs and still hitting the dartboard, showing off as usual. I sort of saw this good-looking boy behind the bar, but I was with these elder couples, so I didn't take much. I wasn't there to score, you know.
But you did.
Well, the next day, I was sitting at the seashore, and suddenly this guy comes in, sits next to me and goes, hola. He pursued me. And I was in my 40s, and I thought, no, I don't want this. And I thought, oh, God, I know. He didn't speak a word of English. I didn't speak a word of Spanish. He phoned me and had the English-Spanish dictionary, and the page was very thin, so he hit tracing paper, like... Hello. Wayne, how are you? And he whistled as well. I'll never forget that. And that's really what did it. I think that's what did it.
Oh.
Housemates are falling over themselves to start their next task hit. A Big Brother panel show hosted by Anne Widdecombe.
Welcome to Year of the Woman, with myself, Anne Widdecombe, and my fellow Big Brother housemates.
Hi there.
Hi.
Let's kick off with the first topic. Is the gender pay gap ever justified? Well, I'll kick off since I no longer have to be impartial. What we do now is we try to work on comparability. And I think a very good example, actually, is Wimbledon, where women play 3 matches, the men play 5.
Yes.
And now the women, as a result of an awful lot of uproar, get paid exactly the same as the men for doing actually 2 games less. Now, when they were arguing that that should be the case, they argued on the basis of the gender pay gap.
Actually, in the tennis game, the men do a tremendous amount of aces serves and things because they are stronger than women. But actually, the women's game is so many more strokes in it because of the thing. And, you know, the way they play. So.
Malika, I think I heard a slight squeak of disagreement.
Yeah, I just disagree with saying that men are stronger than women. I would beg to differ that Serena's stronger than a lot of the men that play in her match.
She's a real individual cookie.
So is Venus.
Yeah. There is no doubt at all that there might be 1 or 2 women who are stronger than the average man. But by and large, the reason you protect women and say, you know, that you have to take care of them is because men are stronger, and the average man can overpower the average woman.
A little comment, not especially on that, but I don't like the system, really, that it shouldn't be equal pay if it's the same job.
Yeah.
And I think if you want to give one or the other more, it should depend on their output.
On reason.
And how much they've worked, and if their output is better than yours, then give them
and
the
the
bonus.
length of time they may have been doing it.
I'm totally with Wayne on that, absolutely. I am an employer in many different businesses, and if you want to look at hourly rates, if you're doing the same hours, you get the same pay. Equality for sure, but if you're working hard, you get more.
Yes.
You recognise talent, you recognise input.
I recognise hard work.
Yep. And the next topic is, do reality TV stars set a good example to young women? Oh, Malika.
Do I set a good example for young women?
Well, you're a reality TV star, aren't you?
Yes, I am. But the question wasn't about me.
No,
I can't
but
speak
I
to what
thought
everybody...
you might have an opinion.
Well, I think I'm a good example of a young woman. Reality is a part of life. And in a lot of cases, reality stars, even like myself, get a bad rap for sharing the real of our lives when a lot of other people just sit back at home and their lives are not exposed. But a lot of reality TV stars have made a lot of other people feel better about their own lives.
Shaynell.
Yeah, I think there are great examples out there for sure. And there are very bad examples out there. Geordie Shore, it's about getting drunk and sleeping with men, sleeping with women. And it's pretty disgraceful in that respect of, again, just being a human. And what is a good example of a person?
With some shows, and with your point of that, children or young people think to get into reality show, that's the way to be a celebrity. I've been a part of a show similar to, no, it's not Geordie Shore, but similar. And there is a certain pressure on young women to behave in certain ways. I ended up leaving a show because of this reason.
So you actually left the show because you didn't approve of the message it was sending?
I didn't believe it represented me.
The next topic is...
It happens like every time now.
Is it oh, goodness sake. Is it unwomanly to make a personal noise in front of people?
It is something in my household, let me be absolutely brutally honest, that me and my 2 little girls, we have a little thing where I will call silence and then, yes, I will break wind, and they find it the most hilarious thing ever. And it's just a fun thing I do as a dad with my little girls.
But would you do it in company?
Absolutely not. So yeah, in my house, for sure, we have fun about it, but no, it's not the done thing in a group of people.
Whether you're male or female?
Whether you're male or female, yes.
Well,
I think it's sad if women break wind because I can't smell their perfume.
right, could we bring the conversation back to a level that might address what I regard as a ludicrous topic seriously?
I was going to ask you if you'd pull my finger, but I guess I won't.
No, don't.
And the next topic is, would you judge a woman who had sex on TV more harshly than a man? Oh dear. Well, my answer is I would judge both pretty harshly. But let's see, Shane J.
I think that society does judge men and women differently with regards to sex. You know, a man who has multiple partners is a stud, and a woman who has multiple partners is a slut. You might all roll your eyes when I say this, but would I have sex on television? I didn't even get there and you rolled your eyes, Amanda.
I was not rolling my eyes, darling. I was looking at my glasses.
If I was in this environment and there was somebody who was attracted to me and I was attracted to them and we were in bed together, I mean, depends on how you define sex, but I probably would find myself engaging in sexual conduct in here.
You must be desperate, darling.
No, I'm not desperate. I'm just not a prude or ashamed of my body or of the idea of sex.
Hang on, everybody. The question is, given that this situation arises, would we judge the woman doing it more harshly than we would judge the man? Jeff?
I feel society does, because if you look at certain shows, the man, as Shane J just said, becomes the stud. The woman's, it's like, oh, you're just a slag, shut up. And that's the general gist I get from seeing things on social media. I do think women get judged more harshly for it. That's all I have to contribute.
But you wouldn't personally. Would you personally judge a man or a woman differently?
No.
I would not judge anyone who had sex on TV. It wouldn't be my choice. I would never do it. I believe sex is private and is something that I cherish with someone that I love. If I really, really wanted to have sex in this house, I probably would still consider my reputation and my parents watching and my grandma watching, yes.
Amanda?
Well, the fact that it's on TV means, again, that I would say I wouldn't judge one or the other, because I would think both of them were probably trying to get extra camera time and probably auditioning publicly for an even racier reality show where that was involved, and I think they would be using it for that purpose. I think it's sad that that's what they got to do, quite honestly, but I would always think anybody in a reality show who crawls into bed with another person, it's not because they are so passionately in love over those few weeks that they're just looking out for the next reality show they can get into.
I don't know if that was in any way related to my comments.
Yeah. Well, I think the feeling of the panel is there's a difference of views as to whether it matters whether you have sex on TV, a very strong difference of views, but that it having taken place, you shouldn't judge one party more harshly than the other. Well, that's all that we've got time for. Thank you to the panel, and thank you to you for watching. Goodbye.
Bye.
With Big Brother's panel show in the can, Amanda has sex on the mind.
Just thinking of those questions. Actually, the thing about the sex on TV thing, I can never think of it as anything except people trying to grab extra camera time in order to get another reality show, and then I can't think of any other reason.
I just think of it as just complete moral anarchy.
Moral anarchy?
Yeah, moral anarchy, sex on TV.
I think it's sad.
Let's all say that.
Shane J and Ashley are also having a panel show post-mortem.
For me, it was just a good opportunity for everybody to speak their opinions and to have a conversation that was in a formal sort of situation. Because I've sat down with Anne and talked to her about any number of topics: the environment, abortion, marriage equality, the Catholic Church. She was like, do you ever talk about lighthearted things, Shane J? And I was like,
I'm glad Jess got to say her pieces.
Yeah, me too.
Well,
I thought she did them really well as well.
Yeah, she did.
That debate was giving me headache. Bad.
You did well.
You did really
I really
well,
loved
though.
your
You
words.
said your bit.
It's hard for me with the sex on TV stuff, because obviously I've been on MTV. Most of my friends have been on MTV. Well, not my friends, but people I know. And everyone that I know doesn't think to themselves, and myself think about myself, oh, I know, I'm going to go and have sex to get on another show. And I'm like, most of them are like really upset about it.
Yeah.
Like, look at Vicky Patterson, how upset she was about it. And it's just because it was okay at the time. You're a different person, and I feel like it should be not made to make you feel like you're a bad person. If people can forgive themselves, you need to let them do it.
Yeah.
That upset me a little bit. And also, you've got to remember, it's not in this kind of segment. The shows where it should happen, they live with their boyfriends, they live with their girlfriends, they live with that, and it's very different. I mean, don't get me wrong, they do.
I can see how it's easy to happen.
Yeah, they don't. It does happen where they just jump in, bed hop and all that. But for the people that have done it, and I'm speaking from myself, I'm talking to my friends, I'm talking about everyone that I know has done it. It's like it was such a hard thing to have to process for anyone, and it just made me feel a bit like poo, but...
Amanda and Anne are pondering tonight's eviction.
How do you feel?
Ready to go if it happens.
Yeah, I understand.
Ready to stay if it doesn't.
Yeah, I understand.
I think only Malika now has a preference. She appears to want to go.
Oh, but I wouldn't. That changes.
Do you think that may just be a passing mood, do you?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, that's all right. My arse is enormous. Never mind, they can't see it in this. Oh, gosh, Anne.
I think we just now sit and wait for the executioner.
Yeah.
Today's panel show is playing on Jess's mind.
Do you think you got to say everything you felt during the debate?
Regards to the question itself, yes, I felt like I did get to say everything I felt. Regards to other things that may have been brought up afterwards, it wasn't part of the question, so it was not really even necessary for me to say anything.
What are you referring to that happened after the debate?
Oh, they're just talking about sex on TV and if and what people view people who have done that as, and that wasn't part of the question, so I didn't feel it necessary for me to answer. The question was whether women or men get more of a hard time for it, and I'd said women because from my experience and my knowledge and what I see over social media, they do, and just the general idea of it.
Malika's got a prediction about tonight's eviction.
I'm starting to have a really good feeling about this.
What? That you're leaving?
Yeah. I've normally been pretty right about who was going and who was staying.
Am I going with you?
No. Me and Shaynell are going. And
I was just a bit, by the people's comments, I was a bit like, oh, is that what people will think of me? And it just... just hurt my feelings a bit. But no, it's not. It was my own fault. I knew I was going on a show with a boyfriend and all that, and I swore to myself I wouldn't have done something like that. But I didn't want people to think my value was less, and I know I shouldn't care about what people think, but in here I suppose I bonded with people, and I didn't want anyone to think less of me because of something I thought personally that was a mistake to myself.
Coming up, the final five celebrate.
Class of 2018, we made it! Yay!
You made it!
I cannot tell you how much I've enjoyed it in a funny little way at my age to have been amongst this lot.
What I hope to be remembered for is just being me in the Big Brother house, you know? No game playing, no nonsense, no strategies, just regular folk.
If I were to win, that would be amazing and that would be down to the public, but equally I will celebrate just as much for Jess or for Anne or for Shane J as I would for myself.
I've come to say goodbye. I shall probably be going out tonight, but I hope you've enjoyed our chats. Bye. If I'm remembered for anything in the Big Brother house, I would like it to be for being my own person and never ever running away from what I believed.
Hoping for the worst, wishing for the best.
I guess I really hope to be remembered for resembling strength and loyalty, and also just standing up for other people and empowering them to stand up for themselves.
Ah, here comes Courtney. Let's see Courtney.
Fans the hair.
Yes, I approve of that, Courtney.
If I go, I'm excited to see everybody and everyone and everything. And if I stay, I'm excited. I'm really glad that Jess, if I stay, I'm really glad to know that Jess is going to be here.
We need to stick together now. You're my voice of reason.
I have that feeling that I'm off. I really have. I've prepared myself completely, yeah.
All right.
But
I'm not going to say anything, but you know what I feel.
But I love you, and
I love you too. And if you go, I'll miss you for just even 2 days. I'll miss you.
You miss me, darling.
There we go.
Bless you.
Celebrity Big Brother house. This is Emma.
What are they yelling?
Amanda.
Courtney.
Anne. Ashley. Malika. Courtney. Shane L. Tonight is another triple eviction. Since yesterday, the viewers have been voting to save. The 2 housemates with the most votes and safe are Courtney and Anne.
Hang on. You get up this time, my love.
Congrats.
The 2 housemates with the fewest votes and leaving the house together are Ashley, Malika,
At least we can live together.
You get that on
Amanda,
Good
Hi, baby. And Shane L. You are not yet safe.
Oh, fine. Thanks for all that cooking and makeup.
Of course. Of course. Hi, baby. I'll see you on the outside. Okay. I'll see you inside, okay? Rock it, because you're fucking amazing. Don't forget that. Oh, I swear. I'm going out now with my musketeer.
Ash, let's hit it, baby.
I'm so happy that we're doing
Oh my God. Goodbye.
We love you. Love you so much. See you Friday.
Love you guys.
Yes.
Aww. That's cute that they're going together though.
Good luck, girls. Enjoy every minute.
My winner. My winner. My winner.
Me and you now.
My winner. You winner. I'm on the betting shop.
Good luck, guys. Don't want to lose either of you.
Oh, well, darling, you've got
It's a
Wayne to look
surprise for you,
after.
wasn't it?
Well, no, I'll be going in a minute, but at least...
Yeah. But you know.
Good luck, guys.
Corrie versus boys, then.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Can't do that, darling.
Wait.
Oh my God, you're in the back. I don't. I'm such an idiot.
It was weird when they said my name because I was like, is it appropriate to be excited right now? Because I'm relieved.
Well done, pal.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Celebrity Big Brother
Good luck,
house.
you
This
two.
is Emma.
Hi.
Amanda.
Yes.
Love you, Courtney! Shane L. I can now reveal the person with the next fewest votes, and third to leave the house tonight is... Amanda.
Good night. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gonna go. Get out of here.
Get me out of here!
I love you.
Good luck, good luck, good luck. Have a look. Give her the biscuits, look after her. Congratulations. Goodbye, goodbye. I'm going. Goodbye. I love you.
I'll see you Friday, don't you forget.
Okay, sweetheart, I'm going.
Good luck, Amanda.
Thank you, darling.
We love you.
I've just got to go to the dining room before I go. Oh, that's so... Bye, Amanda.
Take your time, take your time.
Bye.
Good luck and be careful. We love you, okay?
Thank you, darling. Oh, well done.
You live to see another day. Shane.
Wonderful. Indeed.
Well done.
Well done, Shane.
Fantastic.
Good to have you here.
And then there were 5.
Raw.
I'm really upset.
Two Shanes.
3 boys, 2 girls.
3 boys, 2 girls. Sometimes
Wow.
3 boys, 2 girls.
Stick 'em up, stick 'em up.
The year of the woman, 3 boys and 2 girls.
Well, congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations.
Class of 2018. We made it. That's what
You
we
made
did.
it.
Courtney is discussing the pitfalls of her sunny demeanour.
I was not a very good friend to many people because I was always so chipper.
Let's go. Yeah,
thinking,
yeah.
I'm like, come on. My best friend would be like, I just want to be miserable. Stop trying to fix things. And now I'm like, I get it. Let's just be miserable for a minute.
I've learned to do that with myself. Like, I made myself unhappy by trying to be happy all the time.
Yes.
I found that with you
Yeah.
because I knew that you'd suffered so many things in the past and that you told us you were a little bit up and down a lot. Yeah, roller coaster.
Yeah.
And so I felt because I was older, you know, we should embrace you. And if you need, and I'd say to you, if you need anything, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, you did.
I said, but if you don't want anybody, because I think sometimes people can be over zealous.
You just need to go off on your own.
About it. Yeah. So, and I said, if you need to go and shit, and so I saw you in the garden yesterday, I think it was, and you went, yeah, like, leave me alone. And we've had, and that's a good thing to have.
Yeah. Like, I just feel glad that I've learnt that now, rather than feeling, which have ultimately made me
You don't
depressed.
have to try.
Yeah.
Because you
and
are.
I was always covering, when I was a kid, I was always covering up something deeper that was going on. It was when I went to Talia Conti that gave me a new life then when I went there. Because
How old?
I actually went there when I was 14, but they don't normally take you after 13 into the main school. So I went down a year.
To learn to catch up.
Yeah, so I said, if I go backwards this school year, will you take me
Talia
on?
Conti is a theatre school.
Yeah. The first 8 months there, I struggled because I had not an ounce of confidence. I was going red when anyone spoke to me. I couldn't look at anyone in the eye. And then eventually, by the last year, I flourished. I was getting all the solos. I just went for it. And I got this new self that I was always had, but I couldn't bring it out because I was being suppressed by other stuff.
And did you know you were that good?
I knew I could do it, but it got taken away from me from stuff that was going on at home.
Yeah.
But then, what I feel coming into this house has done for me is brought me back to that person before it all went wrong again. That one time when I can say I was truly and utterly happy and I was going somewhere and I had dream and I had ambition and I had drive. I feel like this has been wonders for me. Whether or not I'm a hate figure for my personal growth, it's been very helpful for me.
Baby girl, you're doing all right. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah.
Coming up, and auditions for Countdown.
And how are you with anagrams?
Okay, why?
What can we make from this?
Oh, growler. You can make.
Growler?
Growler.
Ain't no need to stopping, girl. Ain't nobody topic, girl. Ain't no better option, girl. Okay. Ain't no.
The final 5 housemates have had their night spiced up with a girl power themed party.
Girl power.
Look.
Up and over.
Is it?
That's beautiful, isn't it? I wish I had a camera.
And how are you with anagrams?
Okay, why?
What can we make from this?
Oh, growler. You can make.
Growler?
Growler.
It doesn't matter if you love him or capital H-I-M.
Who's this?
Lady Gaga.
Oh, that's right.
My mama told me when I was young, we're all superstars. She rolled my hair, put my lipstick on.
Congratulations.
Yay!
You are all Celebrity Big Brother finalists. How does that feel?
Crazy!
Wonderful.
Hasn't even sunk in.
Don't be a drag, just be a drag queen.
Don't be.
Nobody gives me no bite. Let's be a transgender life. You're on the right track, baby. I was born to survive.
Why do you think you five have made the final?
I think everybody in this room are particular strong characters, and we've neither swayed from who we are, and that's why I believe we're here in the final.
Would you like to win then?
Oh, look, we'd all like to win.
I think I've won anyway in my head because I've lasted more than 4 days.
I don't think that a man should win Woman of the Year.
Why not? True equality means that women and men compete on equal terms.
I was born this way. I'm on the right track, baby. I was born this way.
Oh, get me up. Oh, get me up. I forgot. I've got a false hip.
Jess has a confession to make to Shane L.
I'll tell you this. When I was on MTV, I did have sex on TV.
Right.
So it wasn't properly. It looked very much like it was, but it stopped very quickly when I was pissed as a fart. And it went to happen, and then I went, oh my God, I'm so disappointed in myself when it stopped. So I didn't think that it was something I ever wanted to bring up in here.
Yeah.
So when I saw it on the telly, my heart raced, and I got really upset because I thought I'm going to be penalised here. But I waited to hear what everyone was going to say, and when I heard what people thought, and especially like my idol, Amanda, the way she felt about it, I was broken. So it's not one of them things like glam modelling when I say, oh, I don't care, I actually enjoyed it, it's my body. That I regretted the minute it happened. That was a big thing for me, and that hurts me a lot when I think about it.
Well, I think something like that, in the greatest respect, some people find themselves in a circumstance beyond their own control.
Yeah.
So if you want to really look back on this time in the house, there's certain things in here that I actually wouldn't do. But then you have to look at yourself and go, well, I'm part of the show, I'm going to do. It's the same kind of thing you find yourself in. You're on a TV show, you're on MTV, and you're with a geezer, and you're in there, and all of a sudden, it's just...
I just forgot as well.
He was her boyfriend
previously. And that as well.
And it wasn't like... It was my first ever time doing any sort of television like that. And I swear to God, I just forgot I was on the telly. And Amanda said it as if, like, I'm doing it for more work. Actually, after that, I didn't want to do it again because I didn't want to get more work in it because I was so upset about that. And if I could take anything back as a regret, that would be one of them. But at the same time, I can't change it. That happened, end of story. Move on. I've got no other option but to do that. Otherwise, one little tiny little mistake that I made.
Absolutely.
In my whole life, I made many, but that one sticks out. One little mistake that I've made will dictate my whole future life, and I'll never feel good enough. I'll never feel good enough for anything. And that's how I was for a long time. I felt never good enough because of that. And actually, I'm good enough.
You are.
Wayne is giving Courtney some advice.
I think this last 3 days should be fun and fun.
Here.
And don't get too serious.
I won't. Don't think that I'll get serious. Have I been serious the last 24
400
hours?
years? Yes.
I mean, during that thing today, but that was serious. The
No, it is
time.
always serious. No, I'm picking up on your serious trait. And I think it should all be said. And I think everything you stand for is what I approve of. But don't victimise.
No, and I don't think I have in the last
hour.
24 hours.
Okay.
But Wayne, think about this. At no point during my time in the house have I ever wanted to take Anne down. Anne is approving of how I choose to dress in drag. Whether anybody thinks it's appropriate or not, what I hear and what I know is that there is a woman who is someone's grandmother, who is someone's mother, saying, you're not good enough.
Oh,
That's-
I can't see that.
That is to me that is the message.
She's not powerful enough to do that.
You don't think she is, but that's because you and I are self-assured people.
Yes.
Imagine if you're some 15-year-old boy
Yes.
living in.
And they heard that statement.
And they heard
and
Anne.
they wouldn't be able to get into drag.
And they heard
again.
Anne. Not even drag.
Not
Let's
about
just say
you.
some young gay boy. That works for both of us.
Yes, exactly.
Some young gay boy who's 14 years old,
Yes.
who hasn't told anybody that he likes boys, and who thinks there's something. And then he sees Anne
I had
talking
never
to
even
me.
told the boy I liked him.
You didn't even tell your mother face to
Exactly.
face.
Yes, exactly. Never.
But think about that, and think about the message that sends out.
Anne has come to the diary room to speak to Big Brother.
How does it feel to be a finalist?
Well, I think it's rather surprising. I mean, when I consider that I'm a pensioner and the defender of the unborn and traditional marriage and the Roman Catholic Church, all of which are unfashionable views, and that I am the scourge of political correctness and general snowflakery and emotional incontinence, I think it's rather surprising that I'm still here. I'm sure nobody was expecting me to get to the final. And I think everybody thinks I'm a miserable old bat, and they're probably extremely surprised. I was very disappointed to lose Amanda tonight. It came down to her and Shane Lynch, and I thought, well, either I lose my prayer partner or I lose my entertainment. The public determines who stays and who goes, and I'm very used to relying on a public vote. And anybody who wins that vote, as Shane J did tonight, is entitled to be where he is.
This week, Anne, Jess, Shane J or Courtney, Shane L and Wayne all face the public vote. Who wins? You decide. From a landline, call 090 2044 24 and add the number of the housemate you want to win. From a mobile, call 644 24 and add the number of the housemate you want to win. For Anne, add 03. For Jess, add 08. For Shane J or Courtney, add 14. For Shane L, add 15. For Wayne, add 16. Calls to the long number will cost 50p plus your network access charge. Calls to the short number will cost 50p. Voting closes in Friday's final. Votes cast after lines close won't count. Please don't try to vote if you're watching on catch up or outside the UK. You can find terms on the Big Brother website.
Next on Channel 5, Spain's reputation for sun, sea and serious crime. It's the tale of a millionaire's holiday and the ex who was waiting at the villa. Murder in Paradise, brand new in just a moment.